Hi students, welcome to the class. Today I am going to explain the questions from your exercise 16.1. The chapter name is data handling. Directly I am going to the exercise. Our first question is, a dice was thrown 20 times. The obtained numbers were 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, 6, 5, 1, 4, 5 and 4. Use tally marks and prepare a frequency distribution table for the given data. So here a dice was thrown 20 times. So the outcomes when we throw a dice are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the number of times that one occur is, you check here 1, count 1. How many ones are there? 1, 1 and 1. So 3. So you write 3 and frequency is 3. Same way 2. You check 2 here. 1, 2, only 2 twos. So 2 tally marks and frequency is 2. And 3 you check 1, 2 and 3. So 3. I wrote here 3. And 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 4, 5. How many 5s are? You count, it is 5. And 6 is 1, 2 and 3. So the observation 6 comes 3 times. The frequency is 3. So this is the frequency distribution table for the given data. Our next question. Maximum temperature in degrees Celsius for 30 days in a city as shown below. So the temperatures, maximum temperatures in 30 days in a city as shown below. So 30 observations are here. And here it is given that make a grouped frequency table taking the class size 5 degrees Celsius for each class. So first you make a grouped frequency table. First you make class interval, and it is given that the class size is 5 degrees Celsius. For this, first you check which one is the minimum number and which one is the maximum number. Here you check which one is the minimum, it is 15, and you check which one is maximum, it is 39. So you can take 15 to class interval as 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35 and 35 to 40, because 39 is the highest temperature and 15 is the lowest value in the given data. So the lower limit is equal to 15 and upper limit of the highest class is equal to 40. So 15 to 20, you check 15 to 20. I will give one easy way to write the tally marks like that. 15 to 20, you check 15. So here 15, 16, 18 and 18, and here 18, here 16 and 15. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 6 values lying between 15 and 20. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 values are lying between 15 and 20. And here you look, here 20 is here and 20 is here. In which class interval the value of 20 will give, or 20 will come? 20 will come in this class, not in this class. Here upper limit is 20, here is lower limit is 20, but 20 will come in the second class, not in the first class. So the 15 to 20, there are 7 results, 7 observations, and 20 to 25 you count like this. And when you counted, you mark that, you cut that, then you can easily count. So 15 to 20 it's 7, 20 to 25 it's 5, 25 to 30 it is 5, 30 to 35 it is 5, 35 to 40 it is 8. Now our third question, look at the bar graph shown below. Favorite subject of students in a class is given. So this is a bar graph which represents the favorite subjects of students in a class. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects are, and here in the x-axis it is subject and it is a y-axis the number of students showing. So here our first question is, what information does the graph represent? It given that favorite subject of students in a class. So favorite subjects of students in a class is the information giving this graph. And what does the y-axis represent? From here only we can understand the y-axis represents number of students. How many students like science? So science, you look the science. How many students are like science? Here you look, it is 7 and it is here it is 75. So 75 students like science. And which is the favorite subject of the students? Here 75 students like science and 90 students like English and 50 students like SST, maths like 100 and Hindi likes 70. So which is the favorite subject of the students? It is maths. So maths is the favorite subject of the students. Now E, how many more students like English as compared to social studies? So you check how many students like social studies. It is 55. Now how many students like English? It is 90. So how many more students like English as compared to SST? So 90 minus 55, it's equal to 35. 35 more students like English than SST. Now our next question, fourth one. The following bar graph shows the number of family members in a house in a particular society. So this graph represents the number of family members in a house in a particular society. And here in the x-axis it is given that number of family members, and in the y-axis it represents the number of houses. So in x-axis it represents the number of family members and in the y-axis it represents the number of houses. So our first question is, what is the highest number of family members that are living in a house? So you check the number of members. Here it is 9. So the highest number of family members that are living in a house is 9. And how many people live alone? Alone means it lives alone. Here only one member, that is this. So there are how many people live alone? 3 houses which live people living alone. There are 3. How many people live alone? This is 3. So there are 3 houses in which only one member live. Now how many houses have 6 family members? So here 6 family. The number of family members is 6. So there are 4 houses having 6 family members. Now what is the total number of houses in the society? So you count the total number of houses in the society. So here 3. The houses which having only one member is 3, and the houses which having only 2 members, it is 6. So you count 3 plus 6 plus 7, 3 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. It's equal to 39 houses in that society. So here there are in 3 houses which having only one member, and there are 6 houses having 2 members. Like that you count the total number of houses. Now so the total number of houses is equal to 3 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. So the total number is 39. Now E, what is the total number of people in that society? So we have to find out the total number of people in that society. For this, in this house only one member and there are 3 houses. So 3 into 1. And here 2 members and 6 houses. So 2 into 6. Here 3 members and 7 houses. So 3 into 7. Here 4 members, 8 houses. So 4 into 8. Like that you can find 5 into 6 plus 6 into 4 plus 7 into 2 plus 8 into 1 plus 9 into 2. So after calculating we will get 162 members. Totally the people living in that society is equal to 162 members. Now fifth one, a shopkeeper sold the following item with their respective quantities. Watches 20 units, microphone 30 units, television 15 units, mobile phone 35 units. So represent the sale of each item in a bar graph. So draw a bar graph. Here In the x-axis, we are writing the what are the items, and in the y-axis it is sale. So watches, how many watches? Here 20. So watches 20. I took the unit as on y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 5 unit. So here watches 20. So 20, and microphone it is 30 units, and TV it's 15 units, and a mobile phone it is 35 units. Sixth one, observe the histogram shown in figure and answer the following questions. So you observe the histogram and answer the following questions. Now in this histogram, it's given that mass of the babies and the number of babies. Mass and the number of babies. Here you look at this histogram. The weight of the baby is lying between 1 and 2. There are 3 babies. Here it is becomes 2.5, but we cannot take 2.5 babies. So you take it as 3. So between 1 and 2 there are 3 babies, and between 2 kilo and 3 kilo there are 10 babies, and between 3 kilos and 4 kilos there are 25 babies, and in 4 and between 4 and 5 kilos it is 30, and between 5 and 6 kilo 5, and between 6 and 7 3. So this is given. Now our first question is how many babies weigh 3 kilogram or above. So this is the 3 kilogram. This is the babies having 2 and 3, between 2 and 3. So 3 kilogram and above. So you take this side, this. So and you take the sum of the babies. So after 3, between 3 and 4 there are 25 babies. So 25. Between 4 and 5 there are 30 babies. So 30 plus 30. And between 5 and 6 there are 5 babies. So you take it as 5. And between 6 and 7, 3. So totally 63 babies are having weights 3 kilo or above. Now how many babies are underweight if 3 kilos considered as the optimum value? So if 3 kilogram is considered as the optimum value, how many babies are underweight? That means the here you check here less than 3. So how many babies? Here between 1 and 2 there are 3 babies, and between 2 and 3 there are 10 babies. You add 10 plus 3 equal to 13 babies. Now see, find the ratio of the number of babies weighing 5 kilogram or more but less than 6 kilogram to the number of babies weighing 3 kilogram or more but less than 4 kilogram. So the number of babies weighing 5 to 6 kilogram, the weight of the baby lying between 5 and 6, you check 5 and 6. There are how many babies? The number of babies having weight how many babies having the weights 5 to 6 kilogram. You check the graph. Here it is 5 to 6. How many babies are here? It is 5. The 5 to 6 kilogram there are 5 babies, and number of babies weighing 3 to 4 kilogram. 3 to 4 kilogram, how many babies are here? It is 25. So the number of babies weighing 3 to 4 kilogram it's equal to 25. So to get the ratio 5 by 25 it's equal to 1 by 5. So the ratio is equal to 1:5. So the number of babies weighing 5 to 6 kilogram to number of babies weighing 3 to 4 kilograms equal to, the ratio is 1:5. Now D, what percentage of babies weigh 3 kilogram or more but less than 4 kilogram? We have to find out the percentage of baby weighing 3 to 4. So this 3 to 4. How many babies having the weights 3 to 4? You check the graph. 3 to 4 there are 25 babies, and the total number of babies is 75. So percentage is equal to 25 by 75 into 100, it's equal to 33.33%. Seventh one, the ages of 40 teachers in a school are listed here: 27, 35, 26, 33, 24, 43, 34, 20, 47, 56, 42, 49, 57, 34, 54, 29, 39, 50, 21, 37, 58, 30, 28, 26, 20, 34, 33, 27, 41, 59, 47, 62, 52, 29, 30, 25, 37, 29, 44 and 22. So the ages of 40 teachers are listed here. Make a grouped frequency distribution table using class interval 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50 like that, and draw the histogram. So to make frequency distribution table, here it is given that the class intervals are 20 to 30. So you check 20 to 30 how many teachers are there. So 20 to 30 you count like this: 27, 26, 24, 20 and 29, 21, 28, 26, 20, 27, 25, 29 and 22. After counting you will get there are 14 teachers whose age is lying between 20 and 30. And similarly you can count the number of teachers lying between the number of teachers whose age is lying between 30 and 40, it is 11, and the number of teachers having ages lying between 40 and 50, it is 7, and 50 to 60 it is 7, and 60 to 7 only 1. So here we got the frequency distribution table. Now using this frequency distribution table we can draw histogram and we can answer this question: which class interval do most of the teachers belongs to? From this frequency table you can understand here there are 14 teachers whose age is lying between 20 and 30. So this is the big class. So the number which class interval do most of the teachers belongs to, it's equal to 20 to 30. And how many teachers are less than 40 years of age? Here less than 40 years. So you add these two. So 14 plus 11 it's equal to 25 teachers. And then construct a histogram. Using this frequency distribution table you can construct a histogram. What is the difference between histogram and bar graph? In bar graph between two bars there is a space, but in histogram without space there is no space between two bars. So in the histogram there is no space between two bar, and but in bar graph the one space left between two bars. So using this data 20 to 30 it is 14, 30 to 14 it's 11, 40 to 50 it's 7, 50 to 60 it is 7 and 1, and in x-axis you take ages of teachers and in y-axis you take number of teachers. Next one, observe the given frequency distribution table in which heights of 36 girls are given. Here the heights of 36 girls are given. You observe the frequency distribution table and answer this question and draw histogram. Here 145 to 150 there are two girls, 150 centimeter to 155 centimeter one girl. So 155 to 160 11, 160 to 165 it is 5, 165 to 177, 170 to 175 7, 175 to 180 it's equal to 3. So our first question is how many girls are less than 160 centimeter tall? Here 160, this is the upper limit of this third class. So less than, so you add these three, 2 plus 1 plus 11 is equal to 14 girls. And how many girls are 155 centimeter or taller? So 155 centimeter from here to here. So you add 11, 5, 7, 7 and 3. After adding you will get 33 girls. And using this frequency distribution table you can draw histogram. But in the histogram I am starting here 145 to 150, 145, 150, 155, 160. I draw a king here because here it's a scale difference. Here it is 5, here it is 5, here it is 5. The difference is 5, 5, 5. But here it is 145. So I made a king. If the scale is different to the origin, you make a king. So here in the x-axis I took heights and in the y-axis I took number of students, and I draw the frequency. From the frequency distribution table I draw the histogram. Ninth one, a student wants to find the number of hours spent by her on the computer every week. The student collects data for 40 weeks as follows. The data are given 0, 10, 26 and so on. Construct a frequency distribution table using classes 0 to 5, 5 to 10, etc. And construct a histogram. So using class interval 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, you can count. Then how many hours lying between 0 to 5, you check 0. First one I will explain, and second class also you try to do. And 0 to 5, 0 and 5, no, not 5. 5 will not come in this first class, 5 will come in the second class. So 0 to 2 here, here it is 1 and here it is 0. So there are 5 observations. Like that you can count between 5 and 10, you can count, and between 10 and 15 you can count. If I'm asking one question, if 10 is the number of hours, 10 is the number of hours, in which class will come? It will come on 10 to 15. If 10 is the number of hours, it will come on the class interval 10 to 15. So this is our frequency distribution table, and using this frequency distribution table you can draw the histogram. Here in the x-axis you take number of hours, and in y-axis it's frequency, and you write the scale also. Scale on y-axis it gives that 1 centimeter equal to 2 units. So in this way you can draw the histogram. Now our last question, the marks obtained in maths test out of 100 by 35 students of a class are as follows. Here the marks of 35 students out of 100 is given. These are the 85, 90, 99, so on is the marks obtained in maths test out of 100. So first you construct a frequency distribution table, and using that distribution table you can draw the histogram. Here interval is, you check which one is the lowest mark. Here it is, which one is lowest mark, you check. Here 50 is the not 50 is the lowest mark, sir. Yes, 45 is the lowest mark. So first you write the class interval which includes 45, so that you can write as 40 to 50. And which one is the highest mark? Highest mark is 99. So you can take the upper limit of the highest class is equal to 100. So lower limit of the lowest class is 40 and upper limit of the highest class is 100. So 40 to 50 there are 1 student, 50 to 60 there are 3 students, 60 to 70 there are 3 students, 70 to 80 there are 11 students, 80 to 90 11 students, and 90 to 100 6 students. So we got a frequency distribution table. Using that distribution table you can draw the histogram. So in the x-axis you can take marks, and in the y-axis you can take number of students, and in the y-axis you take the scale as 1 centimeter equal to 2 students. So using this scale you can draw the histogram. Okay students, thanks for watching. Before I'm telling that you can take this material from my I wrote a link in the description box. You can take that link, and you can press that link, then you can take this material, print out of this material. Okay students, thanks.